Hey friends, I've got something really special I want to share with you today about an incredible celestial event happening on February 1st, 2025, so I wanted to get it out to you right away. We're about to witness a rare triple conjunction between the Moon, Venus, and Neptune in Pisces, and this alignment is truly once in a lifetime. Why? Because by the next time Venus makes its next visit to Pisces, Neptune will already have moved into Aries. So this isn't just any planetary meetup, it's happening in Pisces, the sign of unity, acceptance, and empathy. With Venus and the Moon in the mix, the potential to amplify the expression of love can't be overestimated. The Moon relates to our ability to care for and nurture ourselves and others, while Venus relates to love and connection, and Neptune takes us into the realm of compassion, but at the Buddhist Bodhisattva level. With all three of these meeting up in Pisces, that's like turning the dial up to maximum on our ability to feel compassionately connected to the whole. So how can you tap into this powerful energy? Well, here are a few specific suggestions for February 1st. First, set aside some dedicated time for meditation or contemplation. This is perfect energy for practices that focus on compassion, loving kindness, or just feeling into your connection to the whole. Think of tapping into the unified field of consciousness. If you're familiar with Buddhist meditation practices around alleviating suffering, those would also be really perfect. Second, to bring this energy out into the world, reach out to make a tangible connection with others. Tell somebody how much they mean to you. Practice random acts of kindness. Volunteer in your community and reach out to the most vulnerable with warmth and compassion. The key is to take action that expresses unconditional love or care for others. Now, to understand the full potential of this alignment, let's take a look at what Pisces represents at its core. Astrologer Bill Tierney describes Pisces as having an incredible capacity for empathy. It's the sign that feels the joy and pain of others as its own. And what else makes Pisces special? Well, as Tierney explains, it's the sign least focused on judgment or discrimination. There's an impulse to accept rather than to deny, to embrace rather than exclude. While other signs might build walls or create categories, Pisces instinctively opens boundaries and recognizes our shared humanity. This makes it the most universally oriented sign of all, with a natural talent for holding space for people from all walks of life. Think of the Pisces element of water. It doesn't discriminate about where it flows, it simply encompasses everything in its path. With Neptune, Venus, and the Moon all meeting up in this sign, we have an incredible opportunity to tap into this accepting, unifying consciousness. It's about recognizing that beneath our apparent differences, we're all connected in the great web of life. History gives us some beautiful examples of how this Piscean energy can manifest when Neptune is also in this mix with the Moon and Venus. Think of Neptune like a next level dynamic. Neptune takes us beyond the confines of material reality, which is signified by Saturn. Through Neptune, we get concepts like the transcendent, the utopian ideal, or the most illogical forms of compassion. One fascinating example I found is Henri La Fontaine, born with Venus conjunct Neptune in Pisces. His moon was also in Pisces, and all three planets were in his 10th house, with the Moon ruling his Cancer ascendant. Well, he won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1913 for his work promoting international peace and understanding. You can't make this stuff up. His life's work perfectly embodied that elevated Neptunian vision of unity and compassion on a global scale. La Fontaine dedicated his life to promoting international cooperation and peace. He helped establish institutions that brought nations together in dialogue, believing deeply that people from all backgrounds could work together for the common good. He even envisioned a world parliament where all peoples would have a voice. So his was a truly Piscean dream of unity and inclusion. Astrologer Stephen Arroyo offers some beautiful insights specifically about Venus in Pisces that are especially relevant for our February 1st alignment. He notes that people with Venus in Pisces often have natural healing and soothing powers that help dissipate others' fears or tensions. Well, that speaks exactly to the kind of energy we can tap into during this triple conjunction. But the application of Venus and the Moon to Neptune takes us into deeper waters, especially as Neptune nears the end of its time in Pisces. Historical periods when Neptune was in Pisces give us some perspective about the potentials. In the mid-1850s, for instance, there was a flourishing of transcendentalist philosophy, with figures like Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau promoting ideas about interconnectedness and universal love. During this time, Thoreau was developing his ideas about peaceful resistance to injustice. These ideas would later influence both Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. Also significant, in March of 1854, while Venus, Mercury, and Neptune were in Pisces, the Treaty of Kanagawa was signed, and that was a landmark agreement that opened peaceful relations between Japan and the United States after a long period of isolation. It's a perfect example of the Neptune and Pisces ability to dissolve barriers and create connection where before there was separation. And speaking of dissolving barriers, there's another beautiful example of this energy in action. Pauline Johnson was born with an incredible 5 planets in Pisces: the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Neptune. As a poet and performer in the late 1800s, she embodied Pisces' ability to transcend boundaries and unite different worlds. She was the daughter of a Mohawk chief and an English mother, and she used her art to bridge indigenous and European cultures, helping audiences see beyond surface differences to our shared humanity. In her famous poem, The Song My Paddle Sings, you can feel that Piscean connection to flow, to adaptation, and acceptance through its metaphoric image of a canoe riding through a river of varied terrain. Her work created understanding between cultures at a time when that was rare. Exactly what we might expect from someone born with such a powerful Piscean signature. Well, these examples show us what's possible when we tap into this energy of compassion and unity ourselves. And on February 1st, 2025, we'll have a powerful opportunity to do just that. Whether you choose to meditate, create art, perform acts of kindness, or simply open your heart to others, remember that you're working with an incredibly rare and beautiful celestial alignment. Block out some time on that day to intentionally connect with this energy, even if it's only for a few minutes. And remember, while the planets may provide the potential, it's up to us to put that into action. Let's make the most of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to amplify love and understanding in our world. Well, if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more astrological insights, and let me know in the comments how you're planning to work with this beautiful energy on February 1st. And until next time, take good care.